tonight on Evening.
I'm Kim Holcomb in Hollywood with a preview of the new movie, It.
This luxury home comes with a great cause.
Everyone involved just loves the idea that we're going to help children.
Where you can see this dream house for sale this weekend. Is there a teacher who made a difference in your life? Team Evening and you weigh in.
Hey, I'm Tom Douglas, and you're never going to guess what's in these back-to-school lunch thermoses.
And I'm Michael in lovely South Lake Union, where we found a movie star. We'll reveal who he is and why he's here. It has something to do with a new exhibit opening right here in South Lake Union. Let's go inside.
But you just forget. I mean, even I forget that it's that much bigger below because you can't see it.
Artist Zaria Forman knows all about the tip of the iceberg.
They have like personalities. They have this environment around them. It's like you feel their cold, you hear them crackling. They make noise in a way that you would never expect, and it's really humbling.
A trip to Greenland just after college changed her art and her life forever.
I was kind of already searching for a broader purpose than, you know, just a pretty picture for somebody's wall.
Zaria's new show, Antarctica, opens this weekend at Winston Wachter Gallery. Huge renderings of Antarctic ice in pastel. No polar bears or penguins.
It's all about the ice.
She spent a month aboard a National Geographic ship trying to freeze these ancient monoliths before they disappear.
So you're not standing there in Antarctica with a giant easel?
No. No, it's too cold, and the work is so vulnerable. It's soft pastel, it's really smudgy, so it's very difficult to travel with.
She took thousands of photos, which she then transformed into detailed drawings. Her work itself, in pastel, is fragile, just like the ice.
When you love something, you want to protect it. You want to keep it safe, and so if I can create this space where people can fall in love with them in the way that I have when I've traveled there, then perhaps that will inspire them to do something to protect and preserve them.
And you can meet Zaria at the opening reception this Saturday. The exhibition here runs through November 4th. And look who we bumped into here at Winston Wachter, Adrian Grenier. Hi, Adrian.
How are you?
Good to see you. I'm fine. So why are you here? Why are you in Seattle?
Well, I connected with Zaria through social media and comes to find out that she's actually having this awesome show here in Seattle while I'm in Seattle for my campaign, Strawless in Seattle, through the Lonely Whale.
That's really cool. And you have a press conference tomorrow, right, to kind of announce this here?
Correct. We have a press conference tomorrow and a big event at the aquarium tomorrow night.
A lot of us use straws. What's the problem? Why has this become a thing for you?
Yeah, so we're asking people to stop using single-use plastic straws and to stop sucking. Hashtag stop sucking, because we all do suck, right? There's a lot of us out there who don't even recognize the fact that we use straws at the tune of 500 million every single day.
Wow.
That's 500 million every day. And a lot of them end up in the oceans, on our beaches, polluting our waterways, and poisoning the ocean, killing fish and other animals. Everybody are coming on to say enough is enough. We're changing the stadiums here in Seattle. The stadiums are going to stop sucking, so they're actually going to make the switch to paper.
They've already agreed to it?
Absolutely. So
cool.
our goal is to target 15 billion plastic straws this year, and then 10 more cities next year. So I would just say, make the switch. You know, let the past be the past, and just stop using those single-use plastics.
All right, cool. Thanks, Adrian.
Yeah.
Good to see you again. And if you'd like more information about all the events going on around Strawless in Seattle, go to strawlessocean.org/Seattle. There's an event at the aquarium tomorrow, dinners, concerts this weekend, a lot of fun. Well, movie fans will flock to the theaters this weekend for the reboot of the classic Stephen King movie, It. Now, we should warn you, if you're watching with your kids, there are some kind of scary images in this preview, but one of the stars of the movie is a Northwest native, and Kim went to Hollywood to interview him. Kim, you didn't book a very nice hotel.
Yeah, this is the Niebolt house. That's Georgie. Pennywise might be inside, and if you know what I'm talking about, you do not want to miss the new movie, It.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too.
31 years after the book came out, It is back and more terrifying than ever. But most of the stars technically aren't old enough to see it without a parent.
For your friends,
Are they going to be able to go see this movie? Do you think that they should see this movie?
Yeah. I think even though the movie is rated R, I do know that people are gonna try to sneak in, and some of them are gonna take their parents and gonna regret that. But
I think kids will be really interested in it just because it's not just a horror movie. It's so much more. It's also like a coming of age film. Yeah. So I think a lot of people will relate to it.
Whose sneaker is it?
Vancouver, BC native Finn Wolfhard related to his role.
It's Betty Ripsom's.
Because like his other huge hit, Stranger Things, this version of It is set in the 80s, long before the young cast members were born. Their acting coach gave them a study packet about the era.
That had like movies and bands and slang words from the 80s.
Okay.
So that really helped us. And our parents helped us a lot because they had inside jokes about short shorts and all that stuff.
Anything you think we should bring back?
I'm a big fan of 80s music, less of a fan of modern music right now. I mean, it's good, but I really like 80s music, so I wish like maybe it could be get back into it, like people would listen more to 80s music.
We have to. We have to do an Airwolf reboot, right? But make it good this time, guys. Sorry, no, that's offensive. But just we gotta get it. Airwolf reboot.
The cast's humor translates on screen. Some of them even made up their own dialogue. The director and producer, who are real-life brother and sister, encourage them to a point.
They did enjoy swearing, and when there was improvisation, at some points we had to tone it down because it was like, I can swear.
It was a lot of swearing.
Between the language and the brutal nature of some scenes, it is a hard R. Pennywise is truly what nightmares are made of, and the kids' reactions to him are real.
They released what he looked like to the public and to everyone except for us, and we didn't get to see him until we actually had a scene with him.
He was doing a scene with Jack, who plays Eddie, and we were watching on the monitors next door, and we were just like, what did we get ourselves into?
Audiences may wonder the same thing. It has relentless jump scares, terrible bullying, and heartbreaking loss. But it's also a lot of fun for those who like their movies with a side of screaming.
Thank you, Kim. You can see her honest review of It on our Facebook page. Oh, and if you're wondering about the house she was standing in front of, it's haunted, and it's on the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Tickets are sold out for the It experience, but Kim got a terrifying tour, as you can see. It's based on the scary clown's house from the movie. Kim loves scary clowns, right? We're glad to report she did survive. Oh, the Seahawks open their season this weekend in Packer country, and legend Walter Jones is on a mission. The Hall of Famer kicked off a new initiative today called the 96 Check. It's a tribute to his good friend and former teammate Cortez Kennedy, who passed away earlier this year. He wants NFL alumni to call and check in with younger players and make sure they're doing okay. Jones said it was something Tez did for him.
I can remember times when he would just call just out of the blues, just, hey, I'm just calling to check on you, and I didn't want nothing and stuff like that. And that's kind of how it started, that, you know, you get so busy in your life and what things going on, and that's understandable because everybody's doing their own thing, but sometimes you just need to sit back and say, hey, let me call this person that I haven't saw for in a long time or haven't talked to. So that's kind of how the 96 Check started.
Love that idea. Tez, of course, wore number 96. He's also, his birthday was 9/6, and today is 9/6, and that's why Walt chose today.
What teacher made the biggest influence in your life? We head back to school for tonight's Wednesday weigh-in. Plus, buy a house, save a life. How this home is making a difference in our community.
Horrible wildfires continue to scorch the Northwest, but the smoky haze may move out soon. The changes in weather that could benefit you. And Seahawks Michael Bennett says he was a victim of racial profiling in Las Vegas, his complaint against the police, and the team's response. Plus, Hurricane Irma sets its sights on Florida. The potential for catastrophe is huge as evacuations get underway. All evening on King 5 News.
You put aside some cash in a traditional savings account with a rate that sounded great. But then, after a few months, that promotional rate came crashing down. You and your money deserve better. Take about 5 minutes and open a Capital One savings account right here or anywhere. You'll get one of the nation's best rates, not a promotional rate. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet?
If you drive less than 200 miles a week, then pay per mile car insurance can cut your bill in half. Introducing Metromile, the leader in pay per mile insurance. Get a low rate starting at $30 a month, then pay just pennies per mile. 65% of us drive less than 200 miles a week. That means the majority of America qualifies for pay per mile insurance. Stop paying for miles you don't drive. Stand up to traditional insurance. Get pay per mile today. Pay per mile car insurance could save you $500 and cut your bill in half. Go to Metromile.com now.
Time is running out. Get the best deal at Polsmo RV's Last Chance RV Sale. New travel trailers, $163 a month, and save up to $79,000 on motorhomes. Get the best deals now at Polsmo RV's Last Chance RV Sale.
Grind the gridiron for $200,000 this September at Tulalip, where 30 weekly winners will pocket their share of $50,000 in guaranteed cash. Find all the details at TulalipCasino.com.
Hey TV friend, thanks for joining us for our Wednesday show. And it's back to school week for a lot of kids in Western Washington, which made us think about the question, which teacher had the biggest influence in your life? We posed that very question, Kim did, to actress Reese Witherspoon.
Margaret Wrinkle, my English teacher in my sophomore year of high school. I'm still in touch with her. I still talk to her. I see her when I go back to Nashville. She was a beautiful writer, and she encouraged me to really study characters. So, love you. I love you, Miss Wrinkle.
Miss Wrinkle, love that. All right, you can see Reese's new movie this Friday. It's called Home Again. And we also wanted to answer that question. Which teachers were most influential in our lives? It's tonight's Wednesday weigh-in. I actually kind of did a knee-jerk reaction on this question. So I thought, I'm just going to, whoever pops in my mind first is most influential, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So Hadge Hissam.
Hadge Hissam.
You just like the name.
It was a cool name for one, right? But he was my, I guess, elementary school teacher in gym class.
Oh,
He was in great shape. He inspired me. He was an older guy at the time. And he was in fantastic shape and kind of inspired me throughout my life, a guy like that. And early on, I saw a guy who was a gym teacher. And
Your
really into
perfect physique is owed to Hadge Hissam.
But that shows how much a person can have an influence on the entirety of your life when you're little.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that goes back for me because my kindergarten teacher lived 2 doors down, and I adored her. And she was right in the neighborhood, which I thought was so cool. And it wasn't until years later that my mom revealed that Mrs. Stiles really didn't care for me. That I was sort of the Dennis the Menace of the neighborhood. I was like, hi, Mrs. Stiles! And then it all started flooding back, the trips to the principal's office, standing in the corner.
So surprising.
And I realized, I loved her. She didn't love me. But she will forever be in my heart, Mrs. Stiles, wherever you are.
Nice.
Age 123.
My biggest influence was Phyllis Coates, who was my journalism advisor throughout high school, so 9th to 12th grade, and I was editor of the school newspaper, and she was just the best. She was so supportive. She taught me all the tenets of journalism. We are still in touch today. In fact, she came here on vacation with her husband a couple of years ago, and she got to meet my kids and my husband, and it was so meaningful. And it's because of her that I went into this field.
That's great. Top that, Saint.
Well, I cannot top that, but I will say that my teacher is Mr. Torrey. I was a freshman in English. I was 13 years old in a boarding school, and I was completely lost. But we read Great Expectations, we read Emerson, we read Thoreau, we learned about self-reliance and stuff like that. But most importantly, he would stop you in the hall and he would ask you questions. And if he liked what you were up to, he would say, "Good man." And there was nothing better than, as a compliment, than "Good man" from Mr. Torrey. He's still around. There he is. He's a good man.
Oh, that's so awesome. Well, we asked you guys on Facebook about the teacher that meant the most to you. We got so many wonderful responses. Here are just a few of them.
Laura thanks Ms. Laskell from Meridian Park Elementary, who taught her what positive reinforcement really is. Good! Thank you.
Good boy. Sierra says teacher Marilyn Parsons made a huge impact on her want to serve others and says, thanks for all you've done and do.
So sweet.
To Debbie Taylor from Sumner's Victor Falls Elementary, important message here. Veronica wants to thank you for showing sincere interest in me as a person and also wants you to know She is a teacher now, too.
Wow. Well, Paula thanks her high school biology and chemistry teacher, Mr. Pratt. He coached her from a D- to the highest score in the class. Then she went on to study chemistry in college, worked at Boeing for 20 years, and is now a mentor in science and math for Issaquah schools. Mr. Pratt's teaching altered her whole life path. Thank you to him.
Mr. Pratt.
Thank you. From a D-. If you know an amazing teacher, you can nominate them in our Best of Western Washington contest. Nominations are open right now. So what you do is go to king5.com/best and nominate your choice for Teacher of the Year in our 2017 contest. All right, and back to school means back to school lunches. And if your kids are tired of peanut butter and jelly, Chef Tom has some fresh ideas.
Hey, I'm Tom Douglas from the Hot Stove Society, and today we're going to talk a little bit about back-to-school lunches. Today I've got 3 things that I think make great leftover back-to-school lunch thermos projects. One is a bean chili, which we all know and love. The other is spaghetti and meatballs that maybe you had for dinner last night. And then a third one is maybe something you might go ahead and make first thing in the morning. That is pre-made pot stickers. I got pot stickers right at the grocery store. This is the Ling Ling brand. I happen to kind of like them. And then we're just going to dress them up a little bit with some fresh vegetables and some garlic and move on from there. If you're cooking for your kid, I love having one of these around the kitchen. These are little scoops, and it makes the perfect size little mini meatball. So when you're making a big batch of meatballs, you can make mini-me's just like that, portions them out perfectly, and you can see I have some cooked right here. We're gonna finish our pot sticker stir fry. Now, the key to this is getting a nice brown. You can see I have a nice brown on my pot sticker. That's where you want to get to before you start adding the vegetables. Then we're just going to put some green beans, some carrots, maybe some garlic, and a little bit of onion. Now, you don't want to cook this all the way done because it's going to sit in the thermos for 2 or 3 hours. And it will steam a little bit in there. So literally, you just simply pop them in. I could eat dozens of these things. And then we take our vegetables and pop those right in too. Now we have our spaghetti and meatballs. Simply just load it up, a couple more meatballs in there, and then you can even finish with a little Parmesan cheese. And then our last one, our fresh bean chili. And we have a back-to-school lunch that's going to make your kids the hit of the schoolyard. Tom Douglas at the Hot Stove Society.
Thank you, Tom. I've never seen spaghetti and meatballs in a thermos. I like it.
Ahead on Evening, how this house could help save lives.
You could better their lives or maybe even save a child's life.
It's Teen Evening in prime time. Stars of the new It movie share their weird fears with Kim. And the most legendary Seahawk is named Sandy.
Yeah, I'm the last of the originals, yeah.
Evening tomorrow after football on King 5.
Is your body storing fat more easily? Do you suffer from a lack of energy? Or the draining side effects of restless sleep? How about an increase in wrinkles and even sagging skin?
Hi, I'm Kim Douglas, and as a beauty expert always on the hunt for the next great breakthrough, when I heard about a youth hormone that was associated with reducing body fat, increasing lean muscle mass, and even reducing the appearance of wrinkles, I just had to learn more. I'm talking about human growth hormone, or HGH, and as early as our mid-20s, our natural production of HGH begins to drop dramatically. Here's the good news. Finally, there's Serovital.
Serovital is the first and only amino acid complex shown in a clinical trial to trigger the body's own natural release of HGH from the pituitary gland and increase mean HGH levels by an astonishing 682%.
HGH has been associated with reducing body fat, reducing the appearance of wrinkles, improving sleep, and even boosting energy. As a doctor and a woman, I am very excited that now I can tell women everywhere about Serovital.
Serovital boosts your HGH naturally and at a fraction of the cost of painful injections. Serovital sells for $99 in stores. But call right now because we're letting as many women as possible try Serovital for 30 days absolutely risk-free. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes and we'll also include free shipping. You owe it to yourself to try Serovital for 30 days. It's absolutely risk-free.
Serovital is a true scientific breakthrough. 20 years in the making.
Get the facts at myserovital.com. Supplies are limited. Call 1-800-719-8675 or go to myserovital.com for your risk-free trial today.
Papa Murphy's Law of fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables, scratch-made dough, and cheese that's the real deal. Fresh means we don't even bake it. You bake it. Home bake a large half pepperoni, half Hawaiian Papa's Perfect. Just $10. Papa Murphy's.
We are in South Lake Union tonight, and this place is happening right now. You can get free bananas. A lot of people are moving in here. Of course, tons of people working here as well. If you're looking for a new house, there's a home that's just about to go on sale. That's a home with a heart. Here's Kim.
They're known as one of the premier house builders in Western Washington, but MainVue Homes' latest project might be their best build yet.
Philanthropy is a big part of the MainVue DNA, and we've donated over $22 million in Australia, and we wanted to bring that aspect of the company here to the United States. We've partnered with Tohali to build a MainVue charity house where we'll be selling that home and donating 100% of the proceeds to Seattle Children's Hospital.
Just like this model home, MainVue's charity house will feature just about everything a homeowner could want.
If you walk through this house, you can see what we're inspiring to build for the charity house. We've selected one of the most popular MainVue layouts. It's our Avoca layout. It's over 4,000 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, has all the signature MainVue features, including an outdoor room, floor-to-ceiling windows. We have high-end luxury finishes. The style and design is really unique to this market.
But it's not just the house that's great. The location is ideal too.
Tohali by Newland Communities is a master plan neighborhood that's nearly 5,000 acres located right outside of Bonnie Lake. We have nearly 1,800 acres of walking trails, parks, open space, and a lot of people see it as a desirable neighborhood.
Plus, you'll never get tired of looking at your neighbor.
Everywhere you look, you can see Mount Rainier.
Buying a home can change people's lives, but MainVue hopes their Seattle Children's Charity House could help save lives as well.
Everyone involved just loves the idea that we're going to help children. We could better their lives or maybe even save a child's life. It's an amazing feeling.
Thank you, Kim. If you'd like to check out that home and the neighborhood for yourself, there's a special open house this Saturday. The MainVue Seattle Children's Charity House in Tohali is holding a kickoff event from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's food, refreshments, music, and you can meet a few King 5 personalities. Most important though, you can tour the replica of the luxury home that MainVue will be selling later this month for Seattle children.
Where you can see the best of the Pro Football Hall of Fame right here in the Northwest when evening returns. Portions of evening sponsored by MainVue Homes. It's team evening in prime time. Stars of the new It movie share their weird fears with Kim. And the most legendary Seahawk is named Sandy.
Yeah, I'm the last of the originals, yeah.
Evening tomorrow after football on King 5.
Time is running out. Get the best deal in 2017 at Polsmo RV's Last Chance RV Sale. Own this Kodiak travel trailer for only $163 a month. Save $28,000 on a Thor motorhome. This Sunseeker Class C for only $381 a month. Plus save over $79,000 on this diesel motorhome. And while you're here, see the new 2018 models. Get the best deals now at Polsmo RV's Last Chance RV Sale.
It all began years ago in an abandoned elementary school. We called it El Centro de la Raza, the center for people of all races. We were united in a belief that people come together through shared art and culture. Community spaces can create common good, and fostering local businesses helps us all grow together. I believe that united, we create change. It's our foundation and our future. Seattle Metropolitan Credit Union, Seattle Original.
With the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year, you just can't miss. You get epic internet and Wi-Fi. X1 with built-in Netflix. And when you add Xfinity Mobile, you get up to 5 lines. Dude, perfect.
Get our best offer of the year on Xfinity TV, internet, and voice for 2 full years. Plus, ask how to add Xfinity Mobile for $200 back. Click, call, or visit us today.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks for not just selling me tires.
Thanks for doing the work I needed.
Not suggesting stuff I don't.
Thanks for checking my brakes.
Checking my brakes.
Thanks for checking my brakes. For free.
Just to make sure I'm all good.
Who does that anymore? So thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for doing the right thing by not just selling me tires.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. Stop on by your local Les Schwab for our fall tire sale.
Fashion Week at the Bellevue Collection. Get tickets now at fashionweekbellevue.com.
The Winter Olympics, only on King 5.
It was the crime that shocked the nation.
What these boys did is not the issue.
Emmy Award winner Edie Falco stars.
It's why they did it.
Law & Order True Crime, The Menendez Murders, Tuesdays this fall on NBC.
Here we are together again on a Wednesday night. It's September 6th, so that means that the Seahawks season opener is this Sunday in Green Bay, and you can see the best of the Pro Football Hall of Fame at the Washington State History Museum in Tacoma, but only for a few more days. Here's Saint.
Michael Bennett's Super Bowl ring, an early nose guard that broke more noses than it protected, and kicker Tom Dempsey's modified shoe. You don't have to go to Canton, Ohio to see the more than 200 artifacts you'll find at the Gridiron Glory exhibit, celebrating 125 years of football.
This is a lot lighter than I would have thought. Like in 8th grade, the things were just massive, yeah.
Not everybody gets to tour a pro football exhibit with a former NFL player. That's Singor Mobley, a Curtis High standout who played 3 seasons as a safety with a team he idolized as a kid. Not our boys, the Cowboys. We check out a not-so-aerodynamic football used by the 1910 Akron Indians. And one more display lets us step into an instant replay booth.
Pittsburgh is challenging the ruling.
Singor and I get to watch the play from different angles.
Knee down.
He's down.
The ruling on the field is confirmed.
The only bad call you could make is to miss this exhibit.
Thank you, Saint. And this is the last weekend to see Gridiron Glory there in Tacoma. It runs through Sunday, so get in there. Great way to kick off the football season. And the kickoff for Thursday Night Football is tomorrow night right here on King 5, after which we'll have a special edition of the evening aboard our yacht from Husky Stadium. It's an all-new America's Got Talent next, right here on King 5. We will see you tomorrow night.